Hey there, fellow collectors, Mark here, and today we're at the campus of the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. And today what we're going to do is we're going to try to find G.I. Joes in the Champaign-Urbana area and see what we can find, because when you travel around, you want to know, where could I pick up a classified if I'm wandering around? Do I need to go to the Targets and Walmarts? Are there other shops to get? So I thought I'd give you an idea of where to look when you're here in Champaign-Urbana. So let's go check out the places I've heard and maybe bought some classifieds over the years. All right, next up on our search for classified, we are here in Campus Town at the University of Illinois at their Target. Now this one, it's got food for students on the bottom floor, but there's a second floor. I'm not very hopeful, but we'll see, because there are Target exclusives and we can keep our fingers crossed, but this one, we'll see what they have. Yeah, no luck. I wasn't really surprised at my campus one. They got video games, so if there's a G.I. Joe video game, might be there. But otherwise, no luck at this one. But the other Target, I have gotten Joe's before, so let's see if they have anything at that one. So we're at the bigger Target, and this is one I've gotten classifieds over the years. Usually there's like one line of them and some 60th anniversary guys, but we'll see if there's anything there today. So not a lot of stuff on the pegs today. They did have the Super 7 Dukes here. And there's a thing for Raptor and Rogue Pig down at the bottom. But no 60th anniversary, no anything else. A little bit slow times. When you look around just in general, not a ton of stuff. But they got some He-Man, some of the stuff there, and some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So there are some things here, but this is all we have for G.I. Joe. Super 7. I'm not a big fan of the Super 7, so I'm not going to pick that up. But there you go. Basically, I give it a half for Target, so at least have something. So, not a very good place to do classifieds. Hopefully there's a few more places to stop, and hopefully we'll find some classifieds, but let's keep looking. So we're here at the first of 3 Walmart transactions in Champaign-Urbana, and since Walmart does have, classified exclusives, we'll see if they have anything. This Walmart, I think years ago, I did see some stuff here, but lately I haven't seen much, so my hopes aren't up. There is one of the 3 here. I have usually seen things, so that's not this one. So let's see if they got something here. Well, strike one at the first Walmart. They had some Marvel stuff here, and they have Star Wars, but I don't think anybody has a problem finding anywhere. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Godzilla, all kinds of stuff, but no classifieds at this Walmart. So that's one strike for the first Walmart. All right, time for Walmart number 2. This one I've seen Duke and Scarlet a number of times, and I saw a quick kick here once. So maybe we'll see something, but never saw any of the Night Force ever here. The one that had nothing before, the first one went to, the first strike, that one I did see years ago, but haven't seen anything there for years. This one, let's go and see. Fingers crossed we get something. Hey, we found one. Retro Duke. Honestly, probably the best retro figure ever. How they did it right after those first couple wrong Dukes. This is what the retro line's supposed to be about. So I'll give them props for that. There's only one left that's been here for a long time. I knew they'd probably still have one. So at least there's something. So that gives me hope. So this Walmart did have one of the retro line, and they have some stuff later. I'll leave that for people. I have that one. Honestly, if you haven't had the Retro Duke yet, you gotta get it. He is a great figure. Fantastic. Best of retro, like just awesome. And they have other stuff here. Your He-Man person, they got some He-Man stuff, so at least Walmart's still carrying some toys, unlike other places. Like I didn't even go to Meijer. We have 2 Meijers here. No point in going there. Those here classified toy lines are but I like the new Attorney. That's pretty cool. But yes, we've got one, so there's hope. We found one. So we have the other Walmart, similar kind of stuff where I saw those like that, but we'll check that one out, because that one also had Quick Kick and Doc. They had the same one. So but hey, we got Duke. Hey, I feel good. We found one. We found one classified Duke, yeah, retro carded one. I'm feeling better. At least I found something, so we have hope. Next up, we're gonna go to GameStop. And this is one that actually is very funny because sometimes we'll have one, sometimes we'll have like 50. So we'll see what they have right now because fingers crossed they have something. But I'm gonna bet money there's probably a few scrap irons there because they've had a few scrap irons there for months. So if they're gone, we know that stuff's moving. So good sign, but let's go and see it at GameStop. Now it's time for GameStop. I said good things about it. Let's see if it delivers. '60th anniversary sniper. Better figure than a lot of people give it credit for. Also, Super 7s, they got that. Duke and some other ones. Raven Pilot, can't go wrong. And who couldn't go for, babe? The Triple T Sergeant Slaughter Transformer set. Birthday gift, maybe. Wedding gift, anniversary gift, whichever you prefer. Could be something here, so not bad. I told you they'd have a few scrap irons when we went there. So at least there's some stuff there. Like GameStop actually has things. They kind of disappeared for a while in this town in Champaign, but then they came back and had quite a few things every so often. But you know, 3 scrap irons. They did have the 60th anniversary sniper that they didn't have last week. Last week they had a Crimson Viper and who else? They didn't have the sniper, but they had that. There were some other ones there. So at least kind of cycles through, so at least some different things. Gives me reason to stop by every couple weeks. You might pick up something you missed because, you know, GameStop brings back the most random ones. So, yes. So we got a few things. So I'm feeling better now. Now, I really have only 2 more spots to go where I can check if there might be one. One is a comic book store that sometimes has, you know, collectible stuff and sometimes doesn't. So I'm not sure if anything will be there. And then there's another Walmart. Now, the other Walmart, you never know. I might actually go to an extra Walmart just to see because Jocelyn's going to one. I'm going to go to the other, see if we can find anything either of those. But here in Champaign-Urbana, it looks like GameStop and maybe Target. And occasionally, randomly, maybe one of the random Walmarts might have something. But I think it's Target and GameStop are basically the only place you're going to find G.I. Joe classifieds if you're here in Champaign-Urbana, Illinois. So where do you find yours? Let us know. Aside from ordering online from Pulse and hoping they don't sell out in the first 30 seconds. Let us know in the comments below. Next up, we're going to try Barnes & Noble and see if they have any classified or anything with the Joes. That I have a secret. I have gotten things from here before. Now, I wouldn't usually look in Barnes & Noble for G.I. Joes. However, when Storm Shadow version 2 and Alpine came out, they actually had 2 of each down here. And so I still now have this like inkling for them. Maybe one day I'll see one pop up. But no, sadly, no classifieds here at Barnes & Noble. But I will give Barnes & Noble this. They do have the tabletop game for G.I. Joe, the Arctic Circle, so Battle for the Arctic Circle, so you at least have that. Also, this is where I got the Compendium 1, the big old, you know, book that has like the first bunches of issues from the Real American Hero, you know, Marvel series. They have that here. So they have some stuff, just no classifieds. And here we are at our 3rd Walmart here in Urbana and see if they have anything. I haven't seen stuff here before, so fingers crossed. Because it's been a tough time here in Champaign-Urbana to find classified, that's for sure. paid off. They do have retro Cobra Commander with the chrome. I mean, come on, this is probably one of the best ones. I actually have multiple Cobra Commanders. Cobra Commander Supreme. I've got the early ones. I've got, you know, the Mickey Mouse one, but this one, I have this one home too. This is the best one. So they have Duke in this one. Respect. And look, it's not just Cobra Commander Retro they have here. There's also, you got Doc is here as well. So you got Doc, you got a couple Docs. Actually, you have 3 Docs here. So it's 3 Docs and a Cobra Commander. So hey, there are some classified here in Champaign, Urbana. I will say the Gmart Comics is now Dark Tower Comics. They do not have classifieds either. So overall, not the best place in the world to find G.I. Joe classifieds, but we did have some, so I'm happy we found. But obviously, if we're looking for places, Walmart, Target, and GameStop are going to be your best bet. So my rankings, what I think things I can find, GameStop is 1, Target is 2, and then Walmart for randoms is 3, though I do respect the fact they did have the Chrome Cobra Commander. If I did not already have him, I would pick him up. Also, Doc is awesome. If you don't have Doc, get him. I already have him, but yeah. So I feel better now that I know there's still hope that I can at least find one when I'm randomly shopping here at Walmart. So what have you found in your town? Where can you buy? And I'm going to do this in a few other towns we visit to see if we can find classifieds, because I know sometimes it's hard to find them, and sometimes you want to just buy online, especially with the scalpers and stuff that overdo all the exclusives and all those things. But hey, hopefully when I come back here eventually, they'll have that Night Force 2-pack of Beachhead and Quick Kick, so I can enjoy that. Fun fact, I did find Quick Kick here before. That's where I got them. So pretty cool. There you go. So let us know. So after all those Walmarts, all those Targets, you know, GameStop and stuff, I thought I'd stop by Disc Replay as a kind of finishing off kind of thing and see what they have. So let's go check it out. So you won't find any classified, but at Disc Replay, you will find plenty of Funko Pop G.I. Joes. So I guess that counts? So since I love my Zartan, I will pick up the Funko Pop Zartan when I'm here. It's $10. Why not? Add to my Zartan collection. I was wrong. They did have one. Look, they've got barbecue right there. Cobra Island one too. It's a pretty good figure if you're ever looking for them. So there was one. Fun little spot to go to. And also lots of DVDs, lots of video games you can get here. So kind of a fun place to visit. So I was surprised. Not only did they have that barbecue and all those Funko Pops, but they also had a Storm Shadow version 2 in there too. So a nice happy ending to this video to see that we're still a few places you can pick up classified here in Champaign, Urbana. So what's been your luck looking for classifieds where you live? Let us know the best place to buy classifieds where you are so other people can know where they should check out to find other guys. So all the best. I'll say bye from here in Champaign, Urbana, searching for G.I. Joe classifieds.